Alright, so we should be good. We should be recording. I say this every time. We are. Mic should be working. It's working. Alright, so I go through this every time for some reason. But cuts have been made. Now, it's basically confirmed that Mailata is the starting left tackle. Hurts is the starting quarterback, although that was no battle. It was confirmed by Nick Sirianni about Mailata. But again, it's not like anyone really thought otherwise. But it was confirmed that the quarterback rotation is Hurts, Flacco, Minshew. And team will spend the next 24 hours readying for waiver wire and sorting out the 53-man heading into the season and the 16-man practice squad. So, let me pull up the people who were quit and who was... Yeah, let me just... I was going to say I have it, but I don't have it. And John Brown requested a release from the Raiders, and they granted that. Please pick up John Brown. Please pick up John Brown. Please pick up John Brown. But I really hope they pick up John Brown. That would make me happy. So, these players were released. Andrew Adams, LaRaven Clark, Jordan Howard, Hassan Ridgeway, Rich Rod, and Kevon Seymour. You're likely to see most of them back on practice squad. Actually, probably all of them. That's why they were given the veteran vest. Either you're going to see them back on the team or back on the practice squad as one of those guys that's... Because I think you get 6 slots of anybody with any... It might be 8. I don't know. It's not, there's a certain amount of slots that goes towards anyone with any amount of experience, and then some that don't. Andrew Adams I kind of didn't expect, but then again, looking back, he is a special teams guy. That's what he's here for. LaRaven kind of surprised me. I would have taken him over Brett Toth, but what can you do? Jordan Howard's gone. Come on, guys. Hassan Ridgeway. It was a tough call. I'll say that. At that defensive line. Rich Rod, they stuck with Stoll. Really? You stuck with Stoll? Why? I get why, but I didn't necessarily think that Stoll was going to be the guy. I was like, oh yeah, they're going to keep Rich Rod, and then they keep Tyree on the roster too, but he's probably going to get IR'd, and that's why I think that fourth back, that 6th receiver or 6th corner is going to come in. And Seymour, I think he lands practice squad. Who knows? Waived, safety Grayland Darnold, guard/tackle Kayode Awosika, receivers Travis Fulgham and John Hightower, running back Jason Huntley, corners Michael Jaquette and Craig James, defensive end Matt Leo, guard Sua Opeta, receiver Andre Patton, guard/center Ross Pierschbacher. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And then safety Elijah Riley. That one always gets me if I'm going super fast through the names. That's how I know I'm going fast. Jacoby Stevens and linebacker Jacoby Stevens and DT Raekwon Williams. Blake Countess is on IR, and T.Y. McGill is on the COVID list. So, I'm glad I kind of like Grayland, but I'd like him to land on practice squad. I didn't necessarily see him hitting roster. Either him and or Elijah Riley. And then, yeah, sorry if I cut off, because I got a phone call in the middle of the video. Usually doesn't happen, though, surprisingly. That is a never happening occurrence, but... Yeah, I can see either of them making practice squad. So... And I'd be happy with that. Guard tackle combo Kayode Awosika. I don't think he makes practice squad. I think he's float free agency. Fulgham, I think he's either a practice squad return if he's not grabbed on waivers, which I think he probably will be, or he could be a bring back after the IR for Tyree. John Hightower, I don't know if I see him making it back to the roster, but I can see him making the practice squad just because he's a young guy that we used to pick on last year. So, who knows? I did call it, though. Running back Jason Huntley. I hope he lands back on the roster. If not, Elijah Holyfield. Because, why not? Not only that, we're down to 3 running backs. Please bring one back. Please, when you IR Tyree Jackson or somebody is put on IR or something, please. Not season-ending IR. Cornerbacks Craig James and Michael Jaquette. James, I was hoping would make the roster. Jaquette is, like Vic 3 has said before, a player who one play put himself on the roster and then the next took himself off. So I don't necessarily know where to stand on him, but Craig James I thought would be here as a special teamer as 6, but I don't know. I really don't. I think I guarantee you 1 of 2 corners lands back on the practice squad, and just because Jaquette played himself off the team, I think Craig James is the guy, and he's a special teamer. Defensive end Matt Leo. He was an exemption. I don't know why he's gone necessarily, because I'm pretty sure he was a 53-man exempt because of the International Pathway Player Program. But I don't know where they stand on him. I don't know if that's a permanent cut or not. But I'm not necessarily angry at that one, because he hasn't really done anything. Shua Opeta, this kind of surprised me because he can do a little bit. He can move around a little bit, but there's so much on the line that you could have really done anything in a way. There's some good combos, so wish it could have been Andre Dillard leaving, but whatever. Andre Patton. He was basically off the roster. There was no way he didn't jump anybody on the depth chart. There was no way he made it. Ross Pure. Every time I somehow mess up his name, every time I mention him more than once in a video, I mess it up. Ross Pierce Baker. He is listed as a center guard combo, but you got Herbig. That's all I need to say, really. I already talked about Elijah Rowley. Jacoby Stevens, linebacker, safety combo player. I was hoping we keep him, but we didn't. So I think I think there's a very high chance he lands practice squad. And then defensive tackle Raekwon Williams. I don't know where they stand on him. I don't know where he lands, but at the end of the day, I didn't see him making the roster either. Well, I just thought of this. What if they wait, don't sign anybody, IR Tyree, and then bring back T.Y. and T.Y. McGill, and then they put him back on the roster, and then they don't bring anybody back? Why did I think... that's not a bad idea. That's what Howie would do. I don't necessarily like it. And then Philly earlier today traded Matt Pryor and a 7th rounder to get a 6th rounder next year. Okay, I'm good with that. Guy who would have been off roster anyway for an upgraded pick. I'm not complaining. Alright, so let me pull up the depth chart now that the cuts are official. Official. Should be official. Hopefully they're on there, because just it'd make life way easier. But I don't... J-Jaw did make the team. I was right. I'm sad Craig James didn't make the team, and Jason Huntley and Elijah Holyfield. That's a different story for a different video, for a different day. So right now you've got at receiver Smith, Ward, Rieger, Quez, J-Jaw. Your 1, 2, and 3 is probably going to be Smith, Rieger, Quez, and then 4 and 5, Ward, and then J-Jaw. At running back, you've got Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenny Gainwell. That's about it. I really would have liked 4 backs. Quarterback, obviously, Hurts, Flacco, Minshew, in that order. It was confirmed by Howie himself. At tight end, you now have Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, and Tyree Jackson. Tyree's going to land on IR as soon as the season starts. So then you're going to have 3. Zach could go mid-season. So that means you're probably going to see a tight end at least stick around on the practice squad. Probably Rich Rod. Who knows? On the O-line, at the tackle spots, you've got Lane Johnson, Jack Driscoll, Andre Dillard, Jordan Mailata, and Brett Toth. Okay, I get it because you can move Toth to guard, potentially. Maybe even be able to move Driscoll around a little bit. And then at guard, you've got Sam Malo, Brooks. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. That's not right. There should be 10 on the roster. Yeah, that's, I was going to say, we get a better source that has it, I think, all correct, so I'm going to go to there. But whoever's managing the depth chart on the Eagles website, you're wrong. Yeah, there's 10 linemen. Mailata, Driscoll, Toth, Dillard are your tackles. Dickerson, Kels are your 2 centers, and then Samalo, Brooks, Herbig, guards. So not there's nothing really different there. Kind of what it was expected. And running backs, did I mention Gainwell? Did I say somebody else? I probably did. If I did, I might Gainwell. I like those 3, but I think we definitely need a 4th, especially with 2 running back sets we may run. Defensive end, you've got 5. BG, Josh Sweat, Derek Barnett, Ryan Kerrigan, Teron Jackson. Can we trade Derek, please? Now? I'd love compensation for him in the future, but you didn't hear that from me. I didn't say that. But I'm surprised. Apparently, Teron Jackson was a little bit impressed. I think it was either it was Teron or it might have been or Marlon. I think it was Teron. Was a little bit impressive at times. I get it. I thought there would have been maybe 60 ends, but I get it. Your defensive tackles are Cox, Hargrave, Williams. Milton Williams and Marlon. Teopol too. I guarantee I butchered that. I'm sorry. And then T.Y. McGill is on the COVID list. So that's 5, but T.Y. does not count against active roster at the current moment. No surprises there either. Most of these guys, if not all of them, were locks. Linebacker, you've got Singleton, T.J. Edwards, Eric Wilson, Jannard Avery, Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor, Patrick Johnson. I think we carry too many. I would cut Pat Johnson for a running back or a receiver or a DB. Corner. Anytime right now. I would. And that'd be great. But we didn't. We should have. I could even see TJ slipping down to practice squad, or Davion, or Bradley. It is just what it is. Corner, you've got Slay, Steven Nelson, Maddox, McPherson, Scott. I still think that Craig James could return for special teams. Safety is McLeod, Harris, Epps, Wallace. I'm surprised Epps landed on this roster quicker than Andrew Adams, but hey, I want to complain, but I can't because Epps actually did good this preseason. And then special teams is Jake Elliott, Aaron Cephas, and Rick Lovato. So that's just kind of like the rundown on the roster. I figured I had to get it out, and why not do it as soon as I get home? Because I was out when all the news dropped, so I couldn't record then, but don't tell me it just did it to me again. No, it didn't. It should have. If we lost audio there for a second, my bad, but thanks for watching. Should be back over the weekend with new podcasts. There may be news that breaks during the week. I may be back for that. Who knows? But you know who I am, and I'll be back this weekend at least. Maybe in the week. Who knows? With content.